Hi guys, my name is Erin and I own Blue Grub Cycle Style here in Ottawa, Canada. And I'm super excited today. It's snowing, it's cold again. So I've decided that I'm going to paint this pretty little French provincial dresser. Now it's not very pretty right now, but it's going to be amazing when I'm done with it. So I'm going to paint it in Fusion paint because it's fantastic. It's very easy to use. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the surface. And if you notice, the surface is either some kind of melamine or laminate that's been put over top of it. So the tricky thing is being able to make sure that the paint that I use will adhere. So since I'm going with Fusion, Fusion is super smart and they've come out with a really great product called Ultra Grip. Now what Ultra Grip is going to do is it's going to make sure that my paint is going to adhere well to this piece. So in terms of getting the best results, what I recommend is you do want to get a really good brush. This is not a project that you want to use with using a poor quality brush or a really cheap brush, because you are going to end up seeing the effects on it. So I'd recommend using the Fusion Blue brush. It's fantastic and it helps paint and Ultra Grip go on quite smooth. So it's a really great product to use. So once you've got your brush and you're ready to go, you're going to take your Ultra Grip and you want to give it a bit of a shake. Now the nice thing about Ultra Grip is that if you do decide that you want to distress your piece after, which maybe you'll do on this, I'm not sure right now, even though it's white, it dries clear. So if you decide to distress after you've painted, you can just go all the way back and distress it, and rather than seeing the white through, all you'll see is the wood. So I'm going to give it a good shake. The nice thing too is that it also has a squeeze bottle, so it makes life much easier. So a couple of things when you're applying this dries super fast. So you don't have a lot of time to work with it, but you do want to be very mindful of your brush strokes. So when I apply it, I'm not going to wait too long and I'm just going to kind of gently spread it out. And that's why we're using a good quality brush, because we want to minimize the brush strokes. If we have few brush strokes, you're not going to see them coming through once I've painted this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work in sections just to make things easier and then I can keep track. And I'm just going to gently drip some on. Now it's on, and now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to start really gently spreading it out. So this is more about spreading to make sure that you get it all over your piece. All right, so I'm just going to finish up the last little bit of this drawer. The nice thing is that this doesn't really take all that long to do. So you're just going to, like I said, apply a very thin coat. If you're watching my brush strokes, I'm going back and forth and I'm hitting the whole piece. And it's pretty easy to recognize where you've done and where you haven't, so that's good. All right, so once I've covered the whole piece, before I paint, it's recommended to wait up to 12 hours. The longer that you let it wait and really adhere, the better adhesion that you're going to get. So if you can wait till the next day, that's probably your best case scenario. So after 12 hours, once it's dry, then you can go ahead and you can paint. And because you did some really nice long brush strokes without using too much Ultra Grip, you're going to have less possibility of having brush strokes coming through your paint. So a couple of quick things before we sign off. Number one, when you're using Ultra Grip, you want to use it on pieces of furniture that either is laminate or melamine, or a finish that, even if you're not really sure, wood is fine with Fusion. If you're not really sure, then I always recommend grab the Ultra Grip. Glass, metal, anything like that. You want to get yourself a good quality brush. The Fusion blue synthetic brushes are fantastic. It really puts things on really nice and smooth. It's another great way to get a really beautiful finish. And after you've done that, you want to do nice long strokes to minimize any brush strokes. Wait up to 12 hours and then you're good to go ahead and start painting. So I'm going to let this baby sit for a little bit and then I get to start the fun stuff and I'm going to start painting. Thanks so much. So if you like this video, make sure that you hit like, subscribe, because I have lots more really great videos coming up to really up your refinishing game. Thanks so much for tuning in and happy painting.